Hello YouTube, my name is DS and welcome back to another, or the second as I should put it, video on the Can They Be DLC series. Last episode we talked about Mr. Son Goku, and today we're going to keep going, and today we're going to be going with the character I said I was going to talk about last week, and the character that just happened to have a game come out just like 2 days ago. At the time of this being recorded yesterday, the day this is going to go up 2 days ago, so yeah. And that character is, as the thumbnail and the title said, is Travis Touchdown. And can Travis Touchdown be DLC for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? And the answer, contrary to Goku, is yes, he can absolutely be a DLC character. Travis Touchdown is a character I've seen some discussion about way back in the Wii U days, and God, it feels weird saying the way back in the Wii U days. It's good to remember, Super Smash Bros. Wii U, or Super Smash Bros. 4 as we should call it, came out in 2014. 2014, mind you, was technically speaking 5 years ago, so these discussions kind of happened 5 years ago, so yeah, it's been half a decade already, or kind of half a decade already, and that makes me feel a little bit old, but that's besides the point. Back then, a lot of people did have some, how should I put this, apprehensions about Travis Touchdown coming to the Nintendo, to Smash Brothers, because he was a rated M character, which didn't really make sense even back in 2014 and 2013 and 2015 and 16 and so forth, because, you know, Snake. But even more so after, you know, Bayonetta came out and was a part of Smash Bros. 4 as DLC, is a part of Ultimate, so, you know, rated M doesn't really mean much when the characters can easily be toned down. People were saying that before about him and Bayonetta and the Joker, Joker also comes from Persona 5, which is a rated M game, if I'm not mistaken. I know it's rated 0, I think, in Japan, which is the rated M thing in the United States, and PEGI 18 in Europe. So he can be. Now, will he be a DLC character? That's a different scenario. That's a different mentality. If there is a second season of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, like I'm thinking, and I know some people are, then yeah, we could see it. Maybe not season 2, but in season 3 or 4. We don't know how long Smash Bros. Ultimate is going to be. Nintendo's going to back it up, hopefully for a good amount of years. That would probably keep the game selling, and I think a new season every year would work, even if it's just 5 to 6 characters. Honestly, I think the only problem really is Sakurai, but then again, Sakurai, I think, could still be a director and a producer on this game, but leave the franchise to somebody else. I think that's the thing that Smash Bros. Needs, and I think DLC is the best place to start. It's somebody new taking the reins for the franchise. Like, you know, Eiji Aonuma took the reins of Zelda back in 2000, not 99 technically speaking, when he made Majora's Mask, and a new guy, forget his name, was the director of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, although Aonuma and Miyamoto was still producers and hands-on, I believe, in some aspects of the game, and making sure the game was going in the right direction for Breath of the Wild. The same thing can be said for Mario, since 64 has been Koizumi and his team. I believe there was somebody else, I forget, I'm terrible with this stuff, coming in for the Galaxy game. So they have been building this up and having different people taking over the franchises. However, and obviously Kirby has been for ages created by somebody else. Not F-Zero, Metroid, it's not, the Prime series was not handled by Sakamoto, one of the creators of the franchise. Fire Emblem has not been in the hands of its original developer, or creator, not developer. Technically speaking, a developer, but developer as in the studio since the 90s, I think. I believe that the creator of Fire Emblem went on to work for Sony. I know he made a Sony Fire Emblem game, basically, in the late 90s, I think it was PS1, I could be wrong. But that's beside the point. I think that because obviously we also want to see what Sakurai works on next, and Sakurai was most likely want to move to another project. Be interesting to see him working on the Switch title. But I think that Smash Bros., like every other fighting game, especially Smash Bros, has the longevity. Like Dragon Ball FighterZ just recently announced a second season. Tekken announced a second season at EVO, I think, or at EVO was revealed most. No, I think EVO was the revealing of the reveal of a second season. Street Fighter, I think, is going on its third season. So Smash could easily go. Basically, technically speaking, this would be Season 1, and next year would be Season 2 in DLC. I think it could work. And people would buy it. I think like in a well-made, strategized way, they could be like, oh, the people that own the DLC, the Pack 1 DLC, can now buy Pack 2 for half the price. And once Pack 2 or Season 2 comes out, like Pack 1 drops the price slightly, but not too much, so that the people that bought it originally would still be gaining in the terms of like you didn't spend more money than people that came in late or something. So it could work mostly if No More Heroes 3 is in development, which we kind of know it is. At the end of No More Heroes Travis, or No More Heroes Travis Strikes Again, which this is not a spoiler, this is the post-credit scene. So Suda51 and Grasshopper Manufacturer went in a little Avengers and Marvel on us by giving us a post-credit scene where they went in and had Travis touchdown in a third-person perspective, behind the camera behind him, in the style of No More Heroes 1 and No More Heroes 2, and saying that we're in development. Basically confirming development for No More Heroes 3. Now, a thing that might make Travis Touchdown be a DLC character is if during this first season, let's call it first season of Smash Bros in DLC, is if Nintendo buys the studio of Grasshopper Manufacturer. Now, this has been speculated by some people that Nintendo might be gearing itself to purchase Suda51, not Suda51, that sounds bad, but Grasshopper Manufacturer, and have them either as a second party or a full-on first-party studio. Based on the fact that Grasshopper Manufacturers has the website as Nintendo as a major client. Some people have speculated. I even heard some people say like Suda51 said he didn't mind. I personally haven't seen anything, so I'm not going to say he did. I know Platinum Games and Hideo Kamiya once said, I know this one that I saw, I should say, that they would mind being second party, much like Rare used to be, and HAL Laboratories and Intelligent Systems, Game Freak are for Nintendo, that they wouldn't mind being it, but I haven't heard anything from Suda51 or Grasshopper Manufacturers. I'm not going to say they want to or they haven't said that they will be. I think that's just speculation online. Now Nintendo's purchase of studios goes a little bit different than other companies. Nintendo doesn't buy a studio based on their IP, they buy the studio based on the talent that the developer has at the time. For example, that's why Nintendo didn't purchase Rare, despite the fact that Rare had Banjo-Kazooie, Conquer, Killer Instinct, Battletoads, all of these great IPs that would benefit a lot Nintendo a lot. The team at Rare could work on multiple titles and would have a great output of games for Nintendo, but Nintendo chose not to purchase them way back in 2000 or 2002, I think, leaving them to be bought out by Microsoft. Why? Because if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, and I'm just going by hearsay, things that I heard. Some of them have been years ago. Rare had lost people that worked on the Golden Eyes, the Banjo games, the Killer Instinct. So the team was not the same, so Nintendo decided, why not let it go? Although I still think it was a mistake not letting Retro go, or Rare go, I should say. That was fine, I think. The problem was letting go of the IPs. Nintendo could have done a lot with Banjo-Kazooie, could have done a lot with Battletoads, Killer Instinct being the first party competitive fighter, while leaving Smash Bros. To be more casual but still competitive. You know, you could have both, honestly. It could have built more there. Nintendo also purchased, for example, this is a great example of Nintendo purchasing companies based on their developers and not based on their IPs, is Monolith. Nintendo bought Monolith, but not a single Xeno franchise. They didn't purchase the Xenosaga games or the Xenogears. Now Xenogears was from Square, and and again, this is something I heard years ago, the reason why Nintendo bought Namco, or not Namco, bought Monolith was because they were trying to buy Namco, but they weren't allowed to, so they just got, bought a studio that was a part of Namco that was going to be theirs already, so they just purchased it. I heard this, I've never seen confirmation for it. I heard this, I know that, so I don't know if it's true, I don't believe it. I haven't seen evidence, so I'm not going to say it's true, so take that as with a tank of salt. But if it's true, it goes with what I was saying. Like they were trying to buy, they bought Monolith, but didn't buy the Xenosaga IP from the company they were allegedly trying to purchase before the Japanese government allegedly stopped the purchase because of a monopoly law or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna go by what I heard. So Travis Touchdown could be, but not for this season. Not one of the 5 or the 4 that we still have to go. Maybe Season 2 is announced and he gets confirmed as a bonus character like Piranha Plant. Although I think that if we're gonna get a bonus character like Piranha Plant for Season 2, I think it would be Rex and Pyra, honestly. Travis Touchdown, possibility-wise, I think he could be, genuinely could be. Will he be? And that's the part I'm not so confident. Like, we have No More Heroes 3 allegedly and teased in development. No More Heroes, the original, the first No More Heroes came out in December 26, 2006 in Japan and January 2007 in the rest of the world. Then the sequel for the Wii, the first one came from the Wii, then the first one was ported to Xbox and PS3, and then the second one came for the Wii, I believe exclusively for the Wii, in 2014, and I had something stuck in my tooth. Not really stuck in my tooth, like a piece of hair was in my tooth and I had to get it out. It was in 2010, so about a 4-year development cycle, roughly 3.5 years. And then the series went quiet for 6-7 years, basically 6.5 years, to make an announcement in January of 2017. And we got the game now a year later, almost to the date. And one more thing that's very 2 years to date. It's 2019, not 2018. And one more thing that's very important for Travis Touchdown's possibilities in Smash is that Suda51 has come forward that he wants the character in Smash. But then again, who doesn't want their character in Smash? Practically everybody. I mean, maybe Sony doesn't want their characters in Smash because they want the characters in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale? Was that the name of it? I think it was the name of it. And that didn't sell out too well, and it's been 7 years, so maybe Sony's up to it. But anyway, I guess that'll be it for the Travis Touchdown discussion. Do I believe to wrap it up basically, do I believe Travis Touchdown can be in the game? Yes. Do I think he's gonna be in Smash Brothers eventually? Yes. Will he be in this particular season, let's put it that way, of Smash Brothers? No. Unless Nintendo buys the studio, buys Grasshopper Manufacturer and keeps the IP, I don't see it happening this season. Eventually, sure. And technically speaking, he would be the first indie character to be in Smash. Technically. And now before we end the video, going in a little bit and reading a little bit of the comments from the previous video. Now, we only had three comments in the last video. Also, I forgot to mention, okay, somebody fell down in my building, that distracted me. But we hit 200 subscribers. Actually, we are over 200. We're at 201. I believe at the time of this recording. So if it changed by then, my bad. It's just what YouTube's. Let me click here and see if YouTube still tells me 201. 202 right now. We grew. In the making of this video, we grew by 1 subscriber. That's a good sign for the year to come. But no, we only had 3 comments. One of them I'm not going to read from Terry Silverton or comment on based on what he said, because basically what the comment was, it's basically what most of us already believe, that Sakurai already said characters from only video games. But one comment I want to get into because of the reply that comes to it, because I also wanted to discuss this comment already. It was from Jula Lee B, and you're going to be seeing on screen both comments already. This video is a waste of fucking time. Sakurai already stated that say that if the character didn't originate from a video game, then the character is a no-go. And I wanted to respond to this, but the following comment, the one you're already seeing on screen, proved me what I was gonna say absolutely right and gave me a point to talk about. So Julie B, we live in the timeline where people can say the following. Sakurai has said many things in the past and sometimes it changes. Like Ridley, he's too big for Smash. Well, I wasn't gonna use the Ridley's too big for Smash quote from Sakurai, but Bones 0010 proves the timeline we live in. We live in a timeline where the internet spreads rumors and myths about Sakurai and everybody takes it real because it's on the internet, so it must be real. The point I was going to actually use was going to be the DLC discussion, where Sakurai never said there was never going to be any DLC for Smash 4, or only a patch, or that Mewtwo was the only character. Yet people say he did, but he never did. He only said right now, but people took the right now away and said like, nope, he's not doing it. It's like Mewtwo is the only character we're working right now, this is the only patch we're working right now. E3 2014 he said, there's no DLC plans yet. People took it, no DLC, no patches, Mewtwo is the only character. Bones, quick thing, Sakurai never said Ridley was too big. He said he couldn't think of a way to make Ridley work because he wants, the main thing about Smash Brothers is getting the character representation right. And if they cannot do it, then it's not the character, and if it's not the character, they're not, there's no point in having him in Smash. And the problem with Ridley was shrinking him down to make him seem more believable because of his wings and his size, and honestly Sakurai found a way to make it work. Now a lot of people, myself included, have seen Ridley and not think that Ridley particularly looks that good in Smash. I've gotten somewhat used to it. I remember even a YouTuber saying that when he saw Ridley for the first time that he would have been fine if the character was called Ridley Jr. because he didn't buy it that this character that we have in Ultimate is Ridley, the big bad Metroid enemy. I didn't buy it because of the size of Ridley. But yeah, that's what Sakurai said, that shrinking him down, and the important thing was character personalization and the character working and looking like they are the character. Now obviously Sakurai changes his mind, quote unquote, all the time. But there's a difference between changing his opinion, or if he can make a character work like Ridley, or changing his opinion on a character if they can be fighters or not, in the case of the Mii's, Pac-Man, and Villager. Another one is changing the dynamics of Smash Brothers, who can get in, who can't be in, and what can or cannot happen. The moment we include Goku in Smash, we open Pandora's box. Anyone can be in, any character could be a part of it, and that's not really a good thing, because we already are starting to have that with the likes of Cloud and Joker, despite people not actually understanding that both characters were perfectly within every single rule that either fans or Sakurai has stated in the past. Especially if Persona 5 comes to the Nintendo Switch. I'm just saying, we're still waiting for the DLC for the Nintendo Direct of January. Now sure, it's been a while since we've seen the Direct, or we even got news for the Direct. Mind you, the Direct might or might not happen in January. I still think it's going to happen on the either 24th or the 31st. Then again, it's only 2 days we have left, kinda. But we're going to still get a Direct no matter what. Piranha Plant, just the fact that we need a Piranha Plant release date for Smash tells me that the Direct's coming. And not only that, the investors meeting is coming right away. Nintendo might be like wanting to beef itself up more before the investors meeting. But anyway, that'll be it for this episode of Super or Can They Be DLC, obviously episode 2 with Charles Touchdown. Next episode, we're gonna be looking into a character that I would say kinda is in the realm, kind of is with Goku on the realm of being requested and hated, and I'm talking about Minecraft Steve. So yeah, that's gonna be a fun one for next week. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I've been Of the S. I'll see you next week for Minecraft.